The value of Argentine legend Diego Armando Maradona as a player over anyone is not hidden, but this was not the case with regard to his position as a coach. Maradona, who is considered by many to be the best player in the world in the 20th century, while others see him sharing the title with the Brazilian jewel Pelé, has not made a history for himself as a coach like his counterpart in green grass. What Diego found, and it is the same as what many players have suffered, such as Michel Platini and others, regarding entering the history of the round which as a player, and then failing in the field of training. Maradona player. It is difficult to talk in detail about Maradona's achievements as a player because they are endless, but we will list what he achieved with the three famous clubs he represented, as well as the Argentina national team in the youth and first team categories. Maradona represented Argentine giants Boca Juniors in two terms, the first from 1981 to 1982, and the second from 1995 to 1997, where he scored 35 goals with him in 70 matches, culminating with them in the domestic league title, the 1981 edition. Boca Juniors was the team that launched Diego's magic around the world, on trips to Barcelona and Naples, and between them was his legendary career in the 1986 World Cup. In Barcelona, Diego played only 58 games from 1982 to 1984, but he scored a large number of goals compared to the matches, reaching 38 goals, although he is not an outspoken striker. Between Maradona and Neymar, Latin football stars from poverty to glory. With Barca, Maradona won 3 championships, namely the Spanish Cup, the local Super Cup and the League Cup, all during 1983. In Naples, Diego wrote the history of the Italian southern team, where he led them to the league title twice in 1987 and 1990, and the only European title in the history of the club, UEFA Cup in 1989, which are 3 achievements that were not repeated in Partenopei, in addition to the Italian Super in 1990. And he accepted the local cup in 1987. With the Argentina national team, Diego won the 1979 World Youth Cup, where he was chosen as the tournament's best player. But the 1986 World Cup in Mexico was the most tournament in the history of the World Cup, whose name was associated with one player, Diego, who was the secret of the glow of tango throughout the tournament in numbers. In the group stage, Diego led his team to the top of Group A at the expense of defending champions Italy, scoring his country's only goal in a 1-1 draw with Azzurri. Sad endings. How did drugs end Maradona's legendary career? In the quarter-finals and semi-finals, Argentina won 2-1 and 2-0 over England and Belgium, respectively, as Diego scored the quadruple by 2 goals in each match. Although he did not score in the final against Germany, his decisive pass gave the Tango a victory, specifically for his teammate Jorge Bruchaga in the 83rd minute, to put him in private with Harald Schumacher, and the striker succeeded in scoring the famous coronation goal in a match that ended with a score of 3-2. Maradona also had a role in Argentina's qualification for the 1990 World Cup final in Italy, and his most notable contribution was the creation of the 1-0 victory over Brazil in the final prize for Cláudio Canegia, after dodging a group of Samba defenders in a famous Antarine start. Maradona coach. Maradona, the coach, remained an obscure coach to the fullest, although he technically led Argentina from 2008 to 2010, but he did not provide the desired results with him. In the Argentina campaign led by Lionel Messi, the world's best player in 2010, Albiceleste knocked out the quarter-finals with a historic 4-0 loss to Germany. Not just a coach, Zidane spreads his magic in discovering football talents. Even on the way to the stage, Argentina did not face a team that could withstand the enormous individual potential of players such as Messi, Angel Di Maria, Sergio Aguero, Carlos Tevez, Gonzalo Higuaín, and others. What reinforces the story is that Maradona failed as a coach of two factors. The first is that Argentina did not suffer in its recent history a loss like the defeat of Germany in 2010, and the second is that the Tango in the World Cup immediately following qualified for the final with the same group of talented players, before losing with difficulty 0-1 against the Machines. After that, ʻdjeɣo trained Arab teams such as Al Wasl and Fujairah in the Emirates, and the Mexican Dorados and Gimnasia de la Plata, the Argentine, and with all of them, he did not achieve any title, or write a history comparable to even recently in his history as a player, to remain a legend as a player, until his death, at the age of 60 years, following heart attack. The value of Argentine legend Diego Armando Maradona as a player over anyone is not hidden, but this was not the case with regard to his position as a coach. Maradona, who is considered by many to be the best player in the world,